So we're not going to go too far. We're only going to get to first and second gear now as well. So the moving off is up to you. The gears are up to you. The braking is also up to you, but I'm going to talk you through it.
Okay.
Oh, it's snowing again. Yeah. So we're going to move off again. We're going to pull up on the left just after where that person's walking, where the side road is, but after the side road.
Okay.
So that's a lot to remember now, but I'll go over all that on the move because it's lots to take in. So
right.
First of all, let's get moving, and then we'll talk about that.
So clutch in, first gear, biting point.
Which other method could you do moving off?
So we're a little bit downhill.
So does it matter or not which one you do? Or is there any big advantage or disadvantage of either?
I'm not sure.
No, so it doesn't really matter. So the thing is, when you drive, there isn't a certain way of doing this. There's that dog again. That same dog.
Yeah.
No, it's not really sorry. There isn't a certain way of doing this and that. You don't have to do downhill. When you're on a test, for example, they're not thinking if you're doing downhill, if you're doing flat. They don't care. As long as it's safe, it's good.
Okay. So alright, I'm going to do.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. It's not
one.
freestyle. Any method, as long as it works. As long as you don't do uphill, because then you'd be flying down. But, anyway, so let's give that a go.
Okay. So biting point. So look here.
Yeah, that's good. What made you choose to indicate it? I'm not saying it's wrong or right, but what made you decide to indicate?
I was just following the order in my head, but
That's fine, that's fine. There's kids around and thinking that man, the kids, whatever, so that's fine. So let's get the gears whenever you can.
so I should be changing now, shouldn't I? Oh, I looked.
That's it, that's fine. That's it. We'll go a little bit further on, we'll pull up on a different road, because this one, there isn't much room with that car there. So we'll carry on for a little bit. We're going to take the same road on the left that we did before, and then we'll pull up on that road somewhere. This is fine as well, that van. That's good. That distance is really good. I don't know how it looks to you there, but that's fine. You've got a good distance there either side.
Yeah, it looks.
You might feel a bit close over. So, second road on left. This is like braking. I mean, we're not going to brake much, but imagine we are. So we did the two mirrors, middle and left.
So we're braking, sorry.
Just in the left about now. So left signal goes on. That's it. You probably don't need to brake, it'll be okay. No. But that's like when you brake, it's the same kind of order. No the signal's fine, it'll come off on its own. So that's big steering. That's good. And the signal will come off in a bit when you come round. That's good. So we're going to pull up on the left just after the black car by the bus stop. Now this is when you're going up a hill, so you won't need much braking, or the hill will do the braking for you. So is anyone behind us?
No.
No. So you probably won't need to indicate, but we will, because this police ambulance could move off. So we sit left, that's good. No pedals at all, so the hill's doing the work. Clutch down, let it roll. Steering, that's good. And soft, smooth braking about now. And then both feet stay down, and then before your feet come off, that's good. Handbrake and neutral. That's good. So on that one, we did clutch first, we let the hill do the work. There's no danger, we looked behind, no one was there, we signalled anyway if someone had to come up the road. Of course, if someone's behind you, you wouldn't just clutch down and pull up, because they wouldn't know you're going to pull over. So as long as you've given some kind of signal, people often say you have to brake to pull over, but you don't, because if you're signaling left, you sign on pulling over, they know you're going to pull over. People aren't that daft that they've got to see bright lights to know you're pulling over, you can tell by what you're doing. Right, so that's really good. So we're going to try that again, we're going to go round and round the block, try as much braking as we can. And we'll try and squeeze in more left turns in more detail later on, but the main thing for today is the braking and the gears, as we said.
Okay.
Right, so moving off is up to you.
So we're at a bit of an uphill, so it's going to be a bit harder than normal.
That's good.
Not that hard. There.
The gas is good, but what's missing a bit?
They need to come off the clutch.
That's
more.
it.
The braking point.
That's not biting one,
Right.
that's it, that's good. So that's good, but that's very high, so just down a touch on the clutch. That's it, about a little bit more. So it's all, that's good about it, it's all halfway between the two.
Oh yeah,
So
that's
it's pulling,
good.
but it's not growling too loud.
Okay.
So yeah, this is up to you. Just clutch down the touch, going down. So that clutch is a little bit too high. What do you need before you go as well? That's good.
Yeah.
That's it. With them cars around, definitely need that. That's good. That's great. So signal comes up. And then
And now I want to change gears.
just push quite loud though, so you push hard. That's good, so this will compensate for the hill.
Okay,
That's good.
so-
And then, did you look down or not?
Yes.
Yeah, so, no,
Sorry, yeah.
so it's only a quick look, but try and get looking straight on. I'll help with that later on, next time we do it. So it's going to follow the road around like before, get no signals because no one's around, no one's going to care. Now there was a car coming the other way, so we can signal left around now. That's good. So we're going to pull up on the left just before the black car, somewhere there. Okay, so once our signals come off, the mirrors, they're on there.
No, not
So
good.
signal left anyway if you want to be safe, because it did bend. Clutch down, let it roll a little bit, very light braking. That's good, and then that's good, and yeah, that's good there. Yeah, so we didn't have to indicate, but I thought we would just in case anyone comes around the bend because you can't see that far ahead.
Yeah.
One little thing is when you start the signal off, be careful there. Do you notice what happened when you took the signal off? After you pulled up, you knocked it off. What happened?
I'm not sure, sir.
It just flashed 3 times to the right, because if you
Oh,
go
I
like that,
did.
if you knock it up a little bit, it goes 3 times right. It looks like you're trying to pull away. So it's really like the gear stick when you get to 30, it has to kind of just fall away like that. So it falls away from your finger. It's not a major problem there, it's just sometimes people might misread that and think you're pulling over, or think you're pulling off, I mean. So why did you brake in that? What was the point of doing that? When you did clutch first, what did that do?
So we did clutch first because we're going uphill.
Yep.
So we don't, because the hill's doing most of the
Yep.
work, we don't want to brake too hard.
Yeah, that's it. Now I know this road is a limit of 30 speed. Imagine if you're doing 70 on a road like this and it was a 70 road. That wouldn't apply, of course. If you're doing 70, you go clutch down, you've got so much momentum, you're not going to slow down enough. So sometimes you do brake up a hill, but you wouldn't normally be doing 70 up a hill like this, otherwise you'd be doing something wrong. But yeah, so next one we'll do is we're going to actually go down the hill. So how are you going to brake going down the hill?
We don't want to put our foot on the clutch
That's it.
at all. We just want to brake. Well, we do,
Yep.
but we brake first,
Yep.
and then we put our foot on the clutch to
That's
brake
it.
a bit more.
That's good. So this is hard to explain because you need to hear it, but when it sounds a bit like now, like that, that's when the clutch goes down. When you hear the revving, you kind of kill the revs, so you brake and kill the revs, down, down, down. When it's like that, just before this, clutch down. But it doesn't matter that much. It's better to do brake, clutch, then go brake, 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 stall, and then you're in more trouble because you're stalling in the middle of the road. So it is correct, that's brake, clutch, but don't worry about it too much. If you just brake, clutch a second or two later, it's fine. It's only bad if you go clutch brake every time, because that's that's what habit to get into. So, how much of the braking could you do on your own, do you think? I know we haven't done much of it.
I feel about okay braking on sort of when we're going slower.
Yep.
And like this was okay.
Yep.
I think. Downhill brake I've not done before.
Yeah, so I'll talk through that. The thing about the gear I'll help you with is when you're changing, to avoid looking down, just try and focus on something, like pick a parked car or a bus or whatever, and just focus on that as you're changing the gear, so then you're not tempted to look down.
Okay.
But that isn't, again, you're not really causing any trouble with that, you're not swerving, which is, it can be a bad habit later on. If you get rid of it now, it's easier than letting it develop, and then later on it's hard to get rid of. Right, so, yeah, it is a bit awkward the weather as well, it's a bit unpleasant today. It's kind of muggy, but that can make a difference. Right, so if you want to move off whenever it's good. This is a particularly nasty bend because, do you think you could get 2 cars past those parked cars?
No,
So,
just one.
2 cars you could, but not a bus. So if you get a car the other way, that would be fine to go past. It doesn't look, I know, but you could get through. Because when you get there, it gets a bit wide. It doesn't get wide. It looks narrower than it is. So yeah, you can get 2, 3 if a car comes down. If a bus comes down, we'll go through that. But yeah,
Okay.
Let's give that a go. So what's going on here?
Sorry, what did I do? Not enough.
That's it. So signal comes off there.
Sorry.
And then handbrake goes on. And then back to neutral. Yeah, so not enough what?
Not enough gas, so I rolled backwards.
Not the gas, what else? Because the gas won't help, but what will?
I came off the clutch too quick.
So your clutch wasn't down, it was too far down, it was too low down. Because when your clutch came out, for demonstrates one, your clutch, it was good, but it went down to about there. So kind of, you got no power. So your clutch must be pulling about there. Okay, not too loud, not kind of revving and roaring, but that pull like that. And then when you hear that dip, so I've got a box and when you hear that dip kind of go down, we feel the car dip down like that, handbrake comes off, and that shouldn't ever roll back. It's smoothed away.
Okay.
So see if your clutch is a little bit low. But this is a big hill. We did this thing once before this one, but it's quite a severe hill compared to the other ones we did earlier. Okay, so let's go that again. So we go clutch down into 1. And then the gas is important, but it's the clutch that gives it the power. The gas gives it the power, the clutch sets the power.
Okay.
So clutch pretty high. That's better. Because it's pulling, but it's not yanking away.
Okay.
That's good. That's it. That's fine. It feels like a bit of a pull, but that's okay. That's actually pretty good because that pulls away nicely there. And there's that car we're talking about. So
Okay, it does. Yeah, it happens. Two.
Yeah, so keep focused in the head.
All right, and
That's good. That's it. And then next road on left. So just like putting over, just want to curve a little bit. So do mirrors, signal, just a bit of that, but no clutch brake on its own. A bit more braking.
oh, braking.
Braking. Just turning around a bit. Let's just go back a little bit.
I didn't brake.
That's all right. Let's turn back around. I didn't give you much warning out on there, but when you turn that one, we might back a little bit. So straight down the road now.
Okay, sorry.
And then if that car behind turns off, maybe. Nope, he hasn't. So I'm going to try a bit of braking in a moment, but that car is still behind. Just try braking a little bit now, but not too much. Just a little bit of brake, so you got like a feel for the braking. That's it, and then brake off roll. Because the thing is, well, you don't just brake to pull over, you can brake to slow down. So that car is still behind us.
Yeah.
Yep, it might turn off here, let's see. Nope, so we can't try that. So we'll carry on for a little bit down the road, but we'll be pulling up on the left, somewhere just past the bus stop on the left hand side. So is that car still behind?
Yeah.
Yep,
So
that's
we're doing
good.
a signal.
That's it. So just the brake on its own. That's it, bit more. That's good. And then clutch about. No, that's good, that's it. Then brake off a little bit. See if you keep braking up, because sudden jump. And then handbrake goes on. Zip, and then neutral.
Okay.
That's it. The signal isn't a mad thing, because you're going for the signal quite early, but you don't need that. The signal doesn't matter. If you want your leave it on like that, it doesn't matter. That can just stay on. So handbrake, neutral, and then that's kind of falls off. Because the signal's not the most important thing, it's probably the least important thing. That was good, it's getting used to it. You notice the brake because it'll be hard. It's because we're doing the other way around now. So if you do brake, clutch down, but what happens is when your clutch went down, I think your brake went down as well. Because it's natural for your feet to move together to begin with. So you kind of brake and then clutch brake like that. Okay. So you want to go brake, that stays still, clutch down, then maybe a tiny ball brake, and then you stop dead. That's pretty good. It's very hard to get it really smooth to begin with. It takes a lot of practice. One tip on that is, just going to roll down the road a little bit. You don't have to always just brake and stop. What you can do is you can just go like brake, I think it's a little bit hard, brake off, roll, brake again. Like that. So you can sort of come on and off, you can sort of what you call play with the brake. You might think now I don't want to pull up here, there's a driveway or whatever. So you go brake off, roll, creep, roll, steer left a little bit, and I can brake again. I'm just going to get a little bit closer in. So it's on now, I could go do brake off, roll, brake back on. You don't always do that, but you can if you need to. You can kind of roll off and roll away. Okay. Then what do you do now?
So I want to.
Yep, that's good. That's it. Yep, that's fine now.